Hello, vinyl community, and anyone else watching this. My name is Tim, and I've decided finally to make an introduction video to join the vinyl community. I guess I should tell you a little bit about myself. I guess the first thing that you should know is that in addition to just playing records for myself, I like to play them for other people. I do a weekly podcast. It's called the Snap, Crackle, and Pop Vinyl Hour. And if I'm smart at all, there'll be a link down below where you might be able to find out about that if you're interested. Other than that, I've been collecting records pretty much my whole life since I was probably, well, since even before I was 10. When CDs came along, like everybody else, I abandoned them for a while, but I sold some, but never nearly anything like my whole collection. I still have most of the records I ever bought. There are a few missing. And I'm a working guy. I have a 9-to-5 job that I wish was 9 to 5, but it's not. Also, I suppose of interest is I live in a town with no record stores. I live in upstate New York, and there is no record store in my town. There's one about a half an hour away, and I just recently found a really good spot about 150 miles away, but I'm not going to be going there too often. So as a result, there are a couple of thrift stores that sometimes have records, and I do a lot of my buying online as well as the thrift stores and the two stores that aren't really very close to me. I thought maybe a good way to tell you guys a little bit about me is just to show you a few records, not a whole lot, but a few key records anyway, maybe in my life. So I thought I'd start with the first quote unquote adult record that I ever got, and I say that because it is the Partridge Family. It's the Partridge Family Sound magazine album. I got this when I was 10 or 11, probably for my birthday or Christmas. This is my original copy. I've lived in Washington, D.C., in Buffalo, New York, in Dayton, Ohio, and here. And I've carried it with me all of these years, and I still have it, and it's still in remarkably good shape. So then, on a more serious note, maybe, I thought I'd show you the second record I ever got. Again, my original copy. It is the Beatles, 1967 to 1970. This is my original copy. I got it, I believe, at Christmas, 1976. And again, it's traveled with me pretty much my whole life. I kind of find that amazing. I thought I'd go back again and show you the first record I ever bought with my own hard-earned money. And it is the first solo Eric Carmen album. The Eric Carmen album on Arista Records. And this had a couple of hits on it. Never Gonna Fall in Love Again, All By Myself. That's Rock and Roll, which Sean Cassidy had a hit with, is on this record as well. And first real record I ever bought. And I know how much I paid for it, and I know that because of this. This is the second album I ever bought. Again, these are all the original ones I bought. Wings Over America. I would have bought this in January or February of 1967, and I paid $9.18 for this at Hill's Department Store. And I remember that was the price of a double, and a single was $4.58, which is what I would have paid for the Eric Carmen album that I also bought at Hill's. A couple more albums and I'll wrap this up, trying to make it a short introductory video. I thought I would talk about groups I love. I love the big four, mostly. The Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Kinks, the Who. I like the earlier stuff better than the later stuff. But my favorite all-time band is actually Big Star. And this is their second album. Big Star's Radio City. This is an original copy on Ardent Records. And I've always felt really lucky to have this record. I also have 2 reissues, one on white vinyl. And I don't own an original of their first album. I've never been able to find one. What can you do? And lastly, I thought I'd show you what my favorite album is of all time. And that would be the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. My favorite, hands down, above the Beatles, above Big Star, above anything. This is a gorgeous album. And this version I just got in the mail a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't even opened it yet. But I will get to it because I really want to hear a really nice mono pressing, and that's what this is, the Capitol Mono reissue. And I'm looking forward to this being really, really good. Well, that's about it, except I thought I'd mention a little bit about how I found the vinyl community and why I joined. Back in late March, early April, I got sick. I got shingles and was waylaid for like 6 weeks. And I didn't have much to do, so I started watching videos on YouTube and I found the vinyl community. And I loved what you guys were doing and thought one day I want to do this. And I just started watching your videos, and eventually I joined on Facebook, and I've been watching a lot of your videos ever since. Many of you are very, very entertaining. And I don't want to play favorites, but I do want to mention a couple of the people that have inspired me to do this, some of my favorites. And that would be me, Mr. Mayo, Joe, Paige Martin, and Mr. Retro, Dean. Dean has encouraged me to do this since the first comment I ever left on his page. So, thank you guys all. You're all inspiring. There's many more, but you're the ones that come to mind. So, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye from my first video. Oh, this is the Posies, by the way, Dear 23 playing in the background. And check out my podcast. Like and subscribe to this if you want, and I'll possibly do another video really soon. Bye.